So I am working on this project with Danielle, Estrada, and Ashley DePaolo. We've been working on case study 3 and analyzing Rosalina through the course of this semester. Rosalina is a second grade student who is at risk for being held back due to her reading development. This is largely stems from the fact that Rosalina has little to no educational materials at home, and that both of her parents, while they want to be involved, they are hesitant due to their lack of English skills. The topic of this lesson is reading with a focus on reading comprehension. We chose reading comprehension as we feel that this will be the greatest benefit to Rosalina's overall reading development, and it will help her get into 3rd grade and to be successful while in 3rd grade. The standard that this lesson is based off of is LAFS 2RF 4.4, and we focused on A specifically. So this lesson is based off of the book Unlovable by Danielle, and the objective is students will be able to read a text with purpose in order to accurately record the order of events to determine the central message. All right, so the materials that we're going to need for this lesson is obviously the book Unlovable by Danielle. We're going to need the graphic organizer beginning, middle, and end, and along with that, students are going to be using sticky notes to record their thoughts. And then we're going to be needing a visual storyboard template, or also a great way to add some technology into this lesson is by using a computer or tablets if accessible, and having students use a storyboard website. All right, so to begin this lesson, we're going to start with the read aloud. So while we know that fluency and comprehension go hand in hand, we want Rosalina to first hear how this text sounds with a fluent reader reading it, with that intonation and inflection in the voice, which can really help determine the comprehension aspect of the book. So after that is read aloud as a class, then Rosalina will have the opportunity to take the book back to her desk for further rereading for meaning and comprehension as well. And that's where we get that decoding and fluency aspect in there as well. So after we read, we're going to go to the graphic organizer in the middle. So this is a simple beginning, middle, end graphic organizer. And this will help students organize their thoughts about what happened in the beginning, the middle, and the end of the book, which therefore, that basically scaffolds them down into what the central message is. So once students determine what happened in each phase of the book, they can start seeing what the most important ideas are, what the least important ideas are, and what the message of the story is. So students will use sticky notes that will have elements of the book on them, and they will simply just take a sticky note and they will put it where they think it goes, beginning, middle, or end. We also thought that it would be a good idea for this to be collaborative with a partner, as Rosalina really benefits from working with different partners, and she's a social butterfly. She loves working with a lot of people, and we see the best benefit from her and the best work when she's allowed to work with a partner. So after students are done with the beginning, middle, and end, they're going to move on to the storyboard. The storyboard is what gives the students a holistic view of the story and allows them to really pick out those important events. So students may have 10 sticky notes in the first chart, but then they only are allowed to choose 6 events in the second chart to really build up to the central message. Again, like I said, we would like to use technology with this, as we feel that this could be a great integration of technology and visuals as well as audio for students. And so if accessible, we would like to use tablets within the classroom and a good storyboard website such as boards, or we would use a computer lab if we had the time and materials. If not though, we would allow students to draw their storyboard and then write a quick caption. So overall, this goal of the lesson is of course to increase reading comprehension skills by determining the central message. And we chose this because it really shows students the steps of how we can determine the central message, the process that many fluent readers go through in their heads without thinking about it. We're just breaking it down visually and by steps so that Rosalina can see and perform each of these steps so that she can correctly identify the central message.